Is Ben 10 Power Trip worth our time? Well, we're about to find out. Welcome, everyone, to episode 224 of 1 Hour, 1 Decision, 1H1D. I am Chris.
And I am Tom.
And we take 60 minutes and play a random game on Xbox Game Pass and decide, well, Tom, is this really a power trip?
It's a trip, all right.
It sure is. It sure is.
Is there any power in this trip?
Well, we'll figure that out as well. We're talking about Ben 10 Power Trip, developed by PHL Collective.
Just random letters.
Sure. Maybe it's Paul, Harry, and Larry.
Could be.
It's a collective of people with those names. This game came out in October of 2020 on the PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. And then, oddly, it dropped on PS5, September 2022.
Okay.
I guess Sony was like, we need more games on our
Whatever
system.
you got, we'll take it.
Let's do it. Because this game, just to reiterate, I know it came out on Xbox One. It is backwards compatible with the series consoles. That's why there wasn't an official release on the
Got
series
it.
consoles.
Okay.
So, but I played this on the PC. It was a paltry 1.74 gigabytes on the PC. Tom, what about you?
Slightly larger on the Series S, 1.95 gigabytes.
Okay, it's not a huge discrepancy, so good on the collective, the PHL Collective, on doing that. But now, what kind of game is this?
I have third-person action adventure.
Okay, all right. I put third-person open world adventure.
It is true. Initially, you are locked in a little bit, but very quickly.
Yeah. The game does open up in that hour. So spoilers, if that isn't a spoiler. But now, what is the game loop?
I put complete objectives by transforming into aliens to platform and fetch.
Ooh, okay. I put complete missions to unlock more missions and aliens.
There's aliens.
Spoiler. So let's roll into our likes here. But just to quickly preface, if anyone's never heard of Ben 10 before, it is a game. It is a cartoon.
Yes.
On Cartoon Network.
Yes.
That I'm assuming actually has been rebooted a couple of times.
Yeah, this is at least a reboot.
And and it is the premise is you're a kid named Ben, last name Tennyson.
Yep.
Who gets this basically this watch that allows him to unlock other aliens. Like, does he take over their body? They take over his? I'm very confused about the whole thing.
There's DNA of aliens in the watch.
Oh.
And he transforms into them.
Okay. All right. Let's roll into our likes there. When I looked at this game, I thought it was going to be like a Subway Surfer kind of game, just on rails. Very much like that. And it was not. It was an open world game, like I mentioned. Not expecting that, and I was surprised by that. I guess in a way, it was very much like a Banjo-Kazooie or like that kind of open world game. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm sure this is a bit of a collectathon, and I was not unexpected about that because it's a bit of a collectathon. But that's one thing I got there. What you got there, Tom?
Okay. Well, compared to maybe playing in RPG, the setup in this is fast and you're in the game and playing quickly.
Yeah.
Which, again, let's know our target audience here. It's not 40-year-old men. This game is for children,
right.
And it doesn't waste a child's time, gets the child playing the game pretty quick.
Their attention spans are very short, although you could argue our attention spans are pretty short.
So. I mean, we're literally only giving it an hour to figure it out, so.
Yeah, so there's that.
I appreciate that the objectives are clear. You always know what's up next, what you should be doing. It's literally written on the screen for you.
Oh yeah. Yes. No symbols, just actual words that you have to read.
Yeah, and it was fully voice acted.
Yes.
And the subtitles matched the voiceover, which I enjoy. So, when the two things, if I'm looking at subtitles in English and the voiceover is in English, they better be exactly the same.
Exactly. I agree. Speaking of the voice acting and the dialogue, it was corny dialogue. But like I appreciated it. Like it was just like in a good kind of goofy cartoon kind of way. And I was here for it. Like there's a lot of puns, a lot of like dad jokey things that happened in the game. And I'm like, like it was funny, but like in a goofy way. And I kind of appreciated that.
I also have here the cheesy kid humor and the puns. Oh, the puns.
Yeah. Oh man. So
this is not a property that takes itself seriously.
No, definitely not. And this is another game that they reward you going around off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And you get coins galore or whatever. And you get rewarded for doing that little discovery. So kudos to them for doing that, for especially like a 40 plus year old child running around looking for things to do in the game. So
yeah, I think I like the idea that like in order to platform around and stuff, you swap these powers. You swap into different alien bodies.
Yes,
and each one of them has a different kind of power set. Like there's a fire guy, and the fire guy, like you need to get trees have fallen down in the road, and so you swap to fire guy, and the fire guy can burn down the trees, and now you can go through that area.
Right. It's cool. I like the idea that like you said, the alien powers are varied, and considering that you have access to 10 of them, they better be different, because that would be really boring if they all had the same kind of power set. So I got the fire guy, and then I got the forearm guy by the end of my hour. So he was able to like break stuff with his power because he's a big boy. So good on them. Yeah. Cool. What else you got here on the likes, or shall we move in?
I did discover that there is drop-in, drop-out, split-screen co-op.
Yes. I put that as my other thoughts. So you stole. I stole one from you, and now you still.
There you go. So that's how the world works.
Yeah, I'm curious. How does the drop-in, drop-out co-op work? I don't know.
So if you go up to once you get far enough along in the game, your grandpa, uncle, I don't know, whoever this guy is, he who drives the RV around.
Yes,
you go to their little campsite, and at the campsite you can talk to your rival.
Oh, yes.
And when you talk to your rival, it's like, do you need help, Ben? And you can go like, yeah, and then player 2 controls him.
Very cool. All right.
And again, you could drop in, drop out, like. Okay, see you later, pal. Don't need you anymore. And it doesn't, the game doesn't skip a beat. So
right. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get to our dislikes then.
Yeah, I've got a few of these.
Okay.
I'll start with the fact that this, the plot of this game assumes that Ben 10 lore, which I don't.
Yeah.
It's right. It's like right into it, and it's like, yep. All this stuff is happening, and we just expect you to know what's going on.
That's right. I guess to quickly recap, so you are driving around with your grandpa and your sister, and then this like villain that I guess people that are Ben 10 fans would recognize.
It's like, I guess to draw an analogy, it's like Shredder shows up. If you know the Ninja Turtles, and anybody who knows the Ninja Turtles knows who Shredder is. Yeah. We don't know Ben 10.
Yeah. So he does something, and then I guess because of what he does, you lose access to all your aliens.
Classic God of War style
strip you
level
down,
setting.
Strip you down and have to rebuild you again. So yeah. And I guess part of the game is you getting
my aliens.
Yes. You get them all back somehow. Eventually. But I feel like most of the missions that I've done, there are a lot of missions, but most have been fetch quests.
Oh my God. I put so far, it's all been fetch quests.
Okay. I was like, good Lord. It's just like, oh, go pick up these sticks for me. Okay. All right. Well, you picked up those sticks. Now go get me this thing. I'm like, okay. It was just that over and over.
And it's back and forth. It's like,
yes.
go get the sticks and bring them back here.
Right. That was getting a little frustrating. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't get like why kids would find that enjoyable.
I don't. It could be just the tick in the box thing.
Perhaps.
And it's the whole time you're doing it, you're playing as Ben, you're playing as an alien.
Yeah.
They're making the corny jokes. So like, maybe that's why. I mean, it's aimed. I put also, it's aimed at kids, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's no apparent way to make the game harder. Like if you want it to be harder, you can't.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that what I did is that as I started getting powers, you get rewarded as you're beating up things.
Yeah.
And you get to allocate those points where you want to allocate them.
Yes.
So what I did is I put those all into luck.
Oh.
So I put it into a dump stat. I was like, I'm going to make this game harder by not increasing my strength and not increasing,
All right.
I'll keep my health bar low. I'll keep my what I do damage wise low.
Yeah.
And I'll just get random lucky stuff, I guess.
I think the lucky thing is also kind of their critical hit.
Oh,
because
I guess if I get too good at that, I break it anyway.
Because I remember as I was hitting some of these creatures, aliens, I guess, they would I would see like lucky shot or whatever it was that happened. Like, oh, okay. No numbers pop up, but just that does every once in a while. I want to say like the UI in this game is a little like messy.
Certainly busy.
Yeah. It's just like the tutorial thing sometimes just hung out a bit too long.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when you completed a mission, you have the conversation about, oh, thank you so much. And then you kind of go about your business. And like 10 seconds later, like the thing will pop up like, here's your reward. It's like, what? Now you give this to me? It's like, I'm already on to the next thing. What's going on here? So just a lot of that was just kind of, I don't know, frustrating for me.
Well, a lack of polish, we might call it.
Yeah. Hopefully the PS5 version got a little bit of spit shine there or something. But yeah, that was definitely annoying. And while the dialogue for the most part is voice acted, I felt like there was certain, I don't know if it was like I had a bug in my game or something like that, but certain conversations that just people didn't talk.
I noticed some weird audio problems. So maybe that's connected where like there was like a major event happening in the background. I don't remember if it was like a meteor strike or something exploded or whatever. And then like there was no like audio for it. And I was like, really?
Huh.
Like the world's ending outside the camper and
it's fine.
It's fine. It's really good soundproof windows on this camper.
Must be. The rust bucket, as they called it.
They did indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was another game where the dialogue just didn't match the lip syncing.
Yeah. I would say it was more egregious here because you know that it was all done in English.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, well, those are probably the Japanese word lips.
Right.
I assume.
Right.
Here you're like, no. This is an American cartoon.
American cartoon. They didn't get it right. What a shame. The other part I felt like was a shame because you do a lot of platforming in this game and it felt pretty floaty, not in a good way.
Yeah.
I just felt like I was missing things a lot, especially when you get on the scooter and you jump off of things and you just like, I don't know. I just couldn't judge things properly and like where it would land. And
how about the fact that while you're on the scooter, like your ability to interact with the rest of the environment just goes dead?
Oh yeah. You have to get off the scooter.
Yeah. Like if you want to talk to somebody, you have to step off your scooter.
Yeah.
You want to pick up an item, you have to step off the scooter.
I mean, okay, maybe stepping off to pick up something makes sense, but like you can't have a conversation with someone while you're on a scooter? Are they trying to say safety first? He wasn't even wearing a helmet.
Whoa. I mean, to be fair, he can turn into aliens. I don't know how much the helmet's going to matter.
But like, I don't know. But he didn't. He couldn't turn into an alien at the beginning of the game.
That's true. I don't know.
They're giving us mixed messages here. It's messed up.
I had some problems with the platforming too. Like there is something called a void ruin, which are like these little events, I guess, that kind of occur in the universe. And I beat up all the bad guys. And I was like, sweet, where's my, cookie? And my cookie is way up there on a platform I can't reach. Right. So I'm like, oh, I need to go get like noobs, go unlock an alien or something to go get the reward for the mission that I completed. That's not a good look.
No.
And it was on like a major road too. It wasn't even like some off the beaten path weird thing that I stumbled into. No, like I was on the way to the next glowy marker of what I was supposed to do.
Huh, what a shame. What a shame.
And I will extend that complaint a little bit further in that it's very much like a Metroidvania style you'll be able to access this thing later. So like, it's like, you see a lot of stuff in the game, and the game is basically like, no, not yet.
You got to get the right alien for this. Like,
yeah.
All right, fine. All right. Them's the rules with the open world games that try to lock out things. So
yeah, it's better than an invisible wall. Right.
Yeah.
Like I hate invisible walls.
Yeah.
But it still didn't feel very good.
No, what a shame. All right. Shall we get to our other thoughts then?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, like you said already, this does have co-op, local co-op, even split screen. So good on them. How Long to Beat says this game takes 4 hours to complete.
No.
4 hours.
How?
4 to 15 hours.
Okay. That sounds more plausible.
But 4 hours, maybe with your co-op. Like maybe they split up, do missions like that.
Oh.
That could be kind of cool.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah. And this does have Xbox Cloud saves, so you can play this and play it on the go as well. So good on them.
Okay. Yeah.
Good on PHL for doing that. What you got, Tom?
Okay. So I did a deep dive into Ben 10 since I don't know anything about Ben 10. And I was like, I'll be damned if our poor listeners don't learn anything about Ben 10 as they listen to us talk about this game. So the 10 in Ben 10, not just about his last name being Tennyson, it's due to the Omnitrix housing the DNA of 10 aliens initially.
Oh.
So as Ben 10 has grown in his life throughout the many decades he's been around,
okay,
there are more than 10 aliens, as the lore expands. But originally, in the original Ben 10, there were 10 aliens.
Okay.
That said, only 6 of those 10 aliens are in this game.
Oh my God. What is it, behind a DLC paywall? Or just they're not there at all?
I know not. But I will tell you that, so this has really been 6. This is the first open world Ben 10 game. So I guess all the other ones have been probably more traditional, like straightforward platformer type games.
Okay.
It takes place during season 3 of the 2016 Ben 10 reboot. So as you said, there was the original Ben 10, then there were at least 2 more series after that are, I guess, in continuity with, it's like Ben, and he grows up, like kid Ben, then teen Ben, then adult Ben, or whatever. And then this is like the level setting, go back to the basics. And then this show was obviously on for several seasons because this, not only is this not the first game set in that universe, it's set during the 3rd season of that thing, which explains why they just were like, if you're playing this, you know what's going on.
Well, we didn't.
No. Well, it was made in Unity. Not a big surprise. It has some of the telltale signs of being constructed in Unity.
Yeah.
I tell you what did surprise me, though, is that apparently Ben 10 is one of the higher grossing franchises, that are out there. And so
overall,
it's not like 1, 2, or 3 or anything crazy that. But there are a couple of franchises that it's grossed more than, and I'm going to list them for you because it's going to raise your eyebrow.
Yeah.
Madden.
What?
Ben 10 has made more money than Madden.
Wow.
More money than Halo.
Wow.
More money than Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's been out less time.
More money than Scooby-Doo.
What in the world?
You want to talk about franchises that have been around a long time.
Seriously?
And more money than Mortal Kombat.
Wow.
All of these underneath Ben 10 in the highest grossing franchises of all time.
Well done.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
And I think what you've got to consider when you talk about franchises, it's not just the video game.
Right.
It's not just the show. It's not just the movie. It's things like apparel. It's things like action figures. So just how much money has this thing made in aggregate as an IP? A lot.
A lot. And that's why they keep rebooting it, apparently. And that's why
there's money to be made here.
And if I recall, this isn't like the first one of 5 games that they've made for this.
No.
It's like, I think this is in the teens.
There have been a lot of Ben 10 games.
So Yeah, good on them to like just flood the market with this character.
I mean, look, if the kids keep buying it, they'll keep making it.
Yeah, and they have been. So, well done, whoever made Ben 10. All right, but Tom, now we need to figure out, are we keeping this game on our respective hard drives, or are we throwing this into... Are we just breaking that watch and never dealing with it again?
You feel bad, right? Like, are the aliens trapped in the watch? Like,
yeah,
are they? You know, it's like Ghostbuster style. Like,
yeah, it's like, do they possess him? He possesses them. You said it's DNA, so
yeah, that's what I had.
Maybe they already died, and that's kind of sad too.
Yeah, it's a bright and colorful game, but maybe it has a dark center.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so it's clear that neither Chris nor I is the target demographic for this game. My whole hour was spent traveling to and fro places and fetching stuff. There just wasn't enough game here for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is a cute game. I can see the appeal for maybe a younger audience, but I wrote down that maybe my kids would enjoy it, but like now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they wouldn't. I don't think they would, because I think they've reached that age where they want something a little bit more meaty, something with more meat in the bones, and not just fetch quests. So I think me and my kids are going to pass on this game.
Yeah, I think you'd have to be a fan of the franchise to want to pick this up. But I'm glad for the surprise me button. Yeah. And the opportunity to learn a little bit about Ben 10.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting concept, I would say. The different alien powers. It's not just like a kid with superpowers. He's relying on these other creatures or whatever.
Yeah, he's a little bit Rogue from X-Men, right? Like, yeah, he doesn't have any inherent powers, but he's borrowing the powers of others,
right,
to accomplish things.
Right. So, all right. Well, those are our thoughts. Let us know what you think of this game. Follow us and say hello on Blue Sky at 1H1D, on Twitter and Threads at TC1H1D. Shoot us an email at tc1h1d@gmail.com, or hey, we stream these games on Twitch, so check us out there at twitch.tv/1H1D. And if you're watching this on YouTube, maybe send us a comment down below. What's your favorite season of Ben 10? What's your which era of Ben 10 do you enjoy the most? Because there's a lot of them apparently. So good maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. But 1H1D is part of the QTV network, and if you like any great gaming content, please check it all out at quitthebill.com/network. Now, Tom.
Yes, Chris. Next game. What is it?
Next game is actually not a game that we're being surprised with. In fact, it was a request by someone, a guest coming on our show, to play Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And our guest, Tom, is going to be Matt, aka Stormageddon.
Now that is surprising. Because I know Matt in person.
Yeah, well, I guess.
And I did not coordinate this.
You did not. I did. So this is interesting. We'll talk about it on the next episode. But that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.